feel like, first of all, this is a movie. And we in, what's that one movie? Everybody's favorite drug movie.
Paid in Full?
No. With the Cubans.
Scarface?
Scarface. I'm in Scarface today. Bro,
With the
after
shirt.
Benny the Butcher dropped that heat, bro. If you listen to Balenciaga Stamps, bro, that's what I was playing just now, bro. I felt like
That
it
shit
was
was tough.
a 90s movie, bro. I just walked into, like, Interview with a Vampire, and I had a cloak on.
Griselda's putting out some consistent heat, son.
Bro, they've been carrying us like the fucking Ninja Turtles or something. I don't know what to call it, but they've been doing it, bro.
Hey, we rolling? Got you. Nah, I fuck with the Griselda shit.
That should be our producer stamp. Hey, we rolling?
That's lit. That's lit.
He ain't gonna use that shit. He's like, yeah.
He gonna want copyright. Abe gonna want percentage. I ain't fucking with Abe, man. And that was a fly video you put out though, bro. The Jordan joint. Legit.
Yeah, I thought I was supposed to be on that. What happened?
He actually.
You found some better dark-skinned men? You found some more qualified ain't shit niggas to do that? Or like, oh, word? How many baby mothers you got? Oh, word. I got a Jordan brand shoe for you right now,
Word, hey, my phone worked, bro.
Like,
what's up?
My resume too clean.
And I'm non-commissioned.
I
I ain't got a SAG credit or nothing. Because I'm speaking his language
he
right
said
now.
dark skin, not red bone, bro. We're not talking about you.
All right, whatever, man.
One second. Bro.
See, matter of fact, I'm glad you're here because he's African, right? So he feels he's the original, so he's the only valid when it comes to certain things.
You
right?
know what? I'm not gonna be the one getting ostracized. All right, this is my
Look,
shit.
he got one African booty tracker joke when he was in first grade, and everybody black is just talking. Everybody that's not down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He definitely taking it to heart and just gonna run with it. Like, hey, I went through the struggle. So.
Right.
Welcome to Chess Moves.
Oh, yeah. No. Thank you. Yo, episode 8.
I don't know where we at.
Episode 8. Chess Moves. You know what I'm saying? We doing it. It's your boy.
Aside, dude. It's my B day. It's my G day.
And we got a special guest for the credit team.
My guy, my brother Mike from the credit team.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
I didn't even know this was gonna happen 12 hours earlier today, but if I could get anything for my birthday, I'm glad this man made it out here. We got some stories for y'all. We got credit team merchandise. We got all types of great things for y'all today, man. I'm just glad you made it up here, bro.
For sure.
Most definitely. I'm happy to be here, bro. Like, I thought I was gonna be the first guest, so I'm kind of salty when I saw another credit repair person on here. But I was like, who is this dude?
Then you made the drive. I tried to tell you.
He's like, hey, bro, we got to get you up here as soon as possible. I was like, all right, I'm coming. I saw the one with the credit team, with the other credit guy. I was like, hey, I'm getting on the road tomorrow, bro. Have this set up. I know it's not the usual day that you're supposed to do it, bro. I need you to call the whole team so we can get it in.
So what is the number one thing you feel like you have to tell the people before we get into anything? Like, it don't have to be about credit, but, just you yourself as a brand. What do you have as a message to deliver?
Oh, man, faith over fear, dude. All day.
We getting right into it, huh?
Right into it, bro. Faith over fear, bro, because it was plenty of times I was down, bro, but I didn't think it was faith at times. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm just grind harder than everybody else, but it was the faith in myself.
Tell them what you do. Tell them everything you got going on, man.
Oh, man, so
what do I do? What don't I do?
I'm an entrepreneur, baby. That's what I've been trained to say because I do
the
credit.
plug.
I do credit. I do business credit. I'm a mentor, author, mentee, REI, which is real estate investment. I don't flip houses. I just buy houses and fix them up, rent them out on Section 8.
All in all, I do my thug thizzle. If y'all ain't get what that man was trying to say.
Bro, I've been trying to get in so many industries, bro, and I failed. You know what I'm saying? But I got back up. It's like, dang, see, I'm about to start preaching, bro. Because it's like, bro, like once we hit a certain age, it's like when you young, you learn how to ride a bike, right? You ever heard the saying that if you're too old, you won't ever learn how to ride a bike?
Like after a certain age, you can't learn to swim or ride a bike.
Yeah. So early on, we was falling, bro, skinning up our knees, elbows, just getting back up, bro, and after that, all the lessons learned.
So what woke you up and you was just like, yo, you know what? I gotta get it. What happened?
Honestly, all right. So we go. It was the military.
I'm scared to
it was,
see which story he about to tell.
No,
I want to hear it all, man. People
so
got
check
questions.
So
What's
check
up?
this out. It's the military, right? So consider all things equal. The best person in the room is supposed to win, but it's not. It's not that way at all, right? It's the people and how you moving within these rooms. The games I didn't want to play that I learned that I had to play, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just make my own game and make my own rules, right? So I was, how we do at the end of the day, we all get in the room and we do our debrief or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a room with a bunch of second classes, and they just talking trash.
Basically managers for people who outside the military.
Basically managers, and we just talking about the day and stuff, and I just hear them tearing down people, man. I'm like, yo, I don't even have no comment. I can't even fathom, like, I can't even come up with a conversation with these people because everybody was negative.
Mm-hmm.
And I was never that person. So then I was like, you know what, bro? I need to get out of this space. So that was pretty much it. After that, bro, I was just trying anything and everything. Like, my first thing was I just needed to make an extra $200 a month, right? Like, I was even contemplating getting a second job because I knew I had to play the game, which I didn't know how to play at the time, to get extra money. But I was like, yo, I just do something else to get it. Just straight hustle.
What was the first thing you picked up?
Man, when I came off deployment, it was before you though. When I came off deployment, I started flipping cars. Mm-hmm. Right, so
I remember
I had a
came
little
back
bit
with
of
some
bread.
cash
Yeah,
and
bro.
you
I bought 3 Chevy Impalas, a 09, well, 2 09s and a 06.
And for us Northerners who are listening, Chevy Impala is basically the police cruiser, what they gonna catch you in. So he bought 3 of them and flipped it, and he put me on. And this is something I mentioned last time with Rob and Rich is
Toro.
No, govdeals.com, where you can get retired police vehicles, retired school bus equipment, stuff like that, city equipment, and you could, run some bands off of that. And so that's where you went and got those Impalas, and that's where I got one of my Dodge Chargers.
Do you remember the first thing you got though? Those MacBooks? Not MacBooks, those the Mac computers?
MacBook Airs. I still got one. I'm about to get one to Leslie.
Oh man.
She don't know. I hope she don't see this. She gonna see it.
Most definitely, because that's a blessing for her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even though it's refurbished, bro, she gonna get it. But yeah, man, flipping those cars, bro, and then realizing that you can't involve family and business. So
I was gonna say that, bro. It's not that you can't, but you got to be very, very strategic about it.
Yeah,
because we see it happen all the time. Like, bro, nepotism is a real thing. Like, you can't break into the Walmart family. You're not gonna break into Amazon. You're not gonna. What are the odds of you being the president if you're not out? If you didn't go to the top 5 Ivy League schools, and you're not gonna marry into I mean, you can marry in, but that's the only way to get into the royal palace. So like nepotism is something we should practice, but I feel like as black people we always say, oh, we can't do business with family. Like we made that a norm for ourselves while everybody else is practicing.
Yo, I strongly disagree, son. Like all the way. Because
bro.
The only reason is because it's only like that on one side of this fence, bro. It's only like that on the black side. My Caribbean family is the complete opposite. They only work with family. They only put their people on. They only want to break bread with their brother.
I mean, you remember the conversation we had with Los in here earlier. Like, there's certain, cultures that will not. They don't care how good the number looks on paper. Like, I'm not gonna go against the grain. I'm not gonna go against the blood. So I think that should be something more prevalent in our family, like in our.
I mean, it's like the whole said it, bro. Like nobody wins when the family feuds. So we got to all be on the same page, and like the collective mind got to be about this paper. We still family. We family first, as a matter of fact, before this money. Because if this money's not here, we ain't got nothing but family. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me in particular, I'm only putting my brother on. I only want him to put our other brother on. I only want him to put his brother on. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to keep that wealth internal. Son, you gotta think about it. Our dollar only stayed black for like 2 passes.
6 hours.
Yeah, like,
so
they go to him,
passes,
they go to you.
Right before the free throw is
exactly.
It's
and
Chinese.
It's out. You see what I'm saying? So
it's pork fried rice. It's whatever it is.
And I don't fuck with that. So we gotta really keep that shit in the family. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd much rather let that shit rotate 6, 7, 8, 9 times before that shit go outside. You know what I mean? Like it's really no reason to do business with anybody else black, son.
And so that's what I was saying on one of the episodes. Like if you're not into nothing else, like if you feel like you don't even have a lane, like affiliate links, like just like in your home collectively, like how we feel like certain families move on the block, they'll get a house, everybody move into their house, and until their house is paid off, it's a 30-year mortgage, but we paid it off in 5 years because every single member of my family lived with me for a year. And it was tough, and it was 2 bathrooms and 8 people or 12 people, but we made it work, and now we have a paid off property, something your family probably would never see because in the 30 years that you had the mortgage, you refinanced the motherfucker like 3-4 times because you thought you had a business deal or some shit like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Or when your father passed away, you sold it or some shit.
So the shit is possible. The shit is definitely possible. And I feel like it's more normal than people make it to be. Like, even to put rhetoric out there like, yo, we not supposed to be doing, I can't fuck with the people. Like, nah, I'm not even pushing that out there.
So when you said you disagree, what'd you mean? I
mean, I disagree with what y'all was both saying. Like, you can't, I'm not doing it with my family. Like,
that's not what I was saying. I'm saying, like, we should stop putting that rhetoric out there,
No, so I guess I gotta clear myself up. You my family. Are you my brother?
Of course.
All right. Are you my immediate family, though?
No. I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you my brother, I'm gonna invest with you. I won't invest with my blood brother. Because we know each other, and I already know what. Yeah,
but that's another conversation that I had with him about, like, you already, so like, when you hire a new employee, right, you're trying to learn everything you can about that person so that you can figure out where their flaws are and how you can, meet that, discrepancy before, it costs you money, right? With your family, you already knowing their flaws, you're on the defense. You're like, I'm not working with you because you this, and this. When really you're not pointing out their positives.
Okay, let me stop right there.
I got something to add to that shit too.
All right, so let's say a good community that probably to say this about is, I guess, mob mentality, right?
All right.
You know who's the mama's boy.
We always use that.
You know who's mama's boy. He ain't pulling no triggers, right? The women got a special role in the family as well, so you know where to put that person, right? So instead of putting my brother on, I'm putting his kids on. I'm gonna put his kids on, right? Because it's hard to change the mindset of a older person, right? After a certain time, like, your mindset is your mindset. 25 to, like, I guess 35. After that, bruh, your mindset, I can't change you, right? I can't even introduce no new ideas. So check this out, right? So I tried to put my brother on before, right? But I told him my ideas, but I wasn't bringing no money in. But when I told his daughters, guess what they said? Yo, that's dope. How can you do that? And now they're looking at fancy cars and all this other stuff. And the adults around are like, yo, you kind of polluting their mind with, things that they won't be able to attain. So then that's when I'm like,
how dare you?
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, yo, because, I mean, we all want to work. We all want to work together.
Bro, I'm not even Christian, but that one Bible verse always resonates in my mind when they say, be fruitful and multiply. And then after you multiply, have dominion, So how dare you tell me that there is something out there that God put in this world for me and I shouldn't be able to attain it?
Straight up.
Like, even when my cousin said this weekend after his wedding, like, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, you shouldn't just wait here in the mosque in between prayers, because Muslims pray 5 times a day, and the Prophet would come back to the masjid and see people just hanging out, like, from like 6 a.m. to noon to 1 p.m., 1 to 4. They're just like chilling around the mosque. And like, what y'all doing? He's like, oh, we're just waiting, to worship God after this, until the next prayer. He's like, you're supposed to go live your life. Go take care of your wife. Go pay your bills, Go do something worth praying about. And then come back and pray. Because, like, what life is this to just sit here and worship God all day? That's what he has angels for, So that really resonated with me when y'all said that.
So what you was going to say?
Well, I was going to say about when he's like, don't add your family and all of that. But it's like, all right, so you said you do business with him. Right? You got called Ismail your brother. And you said, but that's not your immediate brother. Your actual immediate brother, you're not getting down with him. Now, I'm thinking about that if it was to happen to me, right? Now, let's say you consider Ish your general, right? So you got a business, you got a corporation, that's your general. So you're going to trust him and instill him with certain responsibilities and duties and everything, right? You're going to expect him to make phone calls. You're going to expect him to show up where you need him to show up at, be where you need him to be at, talk to who you need him to talk to, right?
Right.
That's your brother. Now, your immediate brother is not going to take direction from you for whatever reasons. But instead of making him a general, you can make him a soldier. Give him one job that he can't fuck up. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you're not gonna put him in charge of no phone calls. But if I just need you to open up this door at 8 o'clock, I need you to open up this door at 8 o'clock. And that's really what I mean by putting your family on. Everybody got their role. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not gonna be no general. You're gonna need some soldiers. You always gonna need some soldiers. We had a conversation about this last 2 episodes ago about the strongest piece on the whole chessboard. It's not nobody in the back. There's none of them special teams in the back. It's not your rook, your bishop, your knight, your queen. None of them. The most important member is that pawn. Because everybody got their special teams, but that pawn gonna do his one job, and he gonna do it every single time. That's your star player.
I don't know.
Now let's get it. Let's get it.
So
I said the same thing.
I play chess, bro.
I said the same thing.
The knight is the most versatile piece, right? Because a lot of people can predict forward, backwards, diagonal,
Left, right, diagonal. You know.
and the queen can do it all. But that motherfucker moving in the L shape, if you move it just right, it can touch every, you know what I'm saying, and it can jump pieces, right? So it can jump over a pawn and directly attack any.
Don't come
how does the knight
fuck with our rhetoric, bro.
So how does the knight play into the metaphor for your family?
Okay. So the knight, right? Metaphor for the knight. I really don't got no. It's like a wild card, right? Because everybody think the queen is a wild card, but you watching for it. You're not watching for the knight.
Damn.
That's true.
If you got the knight over in the corner, and then your pawn's running up on it, the pawn only got one job, right? It's gonna keep going straight until it go diagonal to take your piece. Now, if I could jump that, how useful is that piece? Like the pawn's main job in chess, and this is just my opinion, is to set up barricades. It's to set up barricades until you reach the other side. Then you can, grace it to whatever piece you want. You can bring it back. But the overall job is every chess piece is the best piece. But the most
That's what I said in episode fucking 4, bro. Bro, I said, what was the most important piece? You like queen. I'm like, nah. Oh, you said pawn. I'm like, nah. It's not the pawn. Every piece you got to learn how to play with it. Be versatile.
So check this out, right? So let's just say, for reference, right? You, Malcolm, you, Martin. Y'all gonna attack that board way different.
I'm definitely Malcolm.
Okay, well, I
like 100%.
Listen, bro.
I'm Malcolm.
I knew he was gonna do that, bro.
Bearing our relationship and the way this man knows me, he's right to say that I'm definitely Malcolm because I'm a gun-toting Negro, right?
He's like, I don't trust nobody.
Based on the tone of the tonality of our skin here, then obviously you're Malcolm. But nah, I'm fucking with you.
I'm just saying, bro. There's different rules to the different games, and bro, to be honest, bro, I've been watching y'all podcast like crazy. Like I watched watched the episodes more than once, right? So then, y'all got.
You ain't giving me no critiques, bro.
I can't critique you, bro, because you got to be yourself. You gotta watch it, bro. When we watch this from a year from now, bro, everybody got to grow, right? So if I tell you, well, I guess I can critique you, but you gonna do you, bro. How many times I gave you some advice and you didn't listen? See, you gonna look away, bro. Bro, if I had
I don't know why we still friends.
If I had a tally, bro, for every time you didn't listen to me, bro, like, and
you and my parents is up there,
All right, hold on. I gotta reel it back in for the business, man. We need to know more about you. You know what I mean? Like why you here and shit.
Oh man, while I'm here, sheesh. Primarily I fix credit, but I'm transferring into the mentor role because I set my business up. I became a CEO of my business. Business is instead of working in them, right? So I learned that document and delegation is the way to go, right? And one thing I learned from the military is everybody got to be interchangeable. What's the brand? Well, I'll tell you what I think is the best brand. I'll let y'all, chime in. Right. So any business that you can go from working here to there, like 2 different shops, I think is Subway, right? You know how many pieces of meat going on this bread.
Right.
You know how many pieces of cheese. A lot of people say, oh, McDonald's, it's easier.
It's a system,
But
anybody could work that chain, bro. I'll be standing there like, yo, I ain't making my sandwich right. Move out the way.
Facts, but you ain't gonna say that about Subway because you get to make it your way. And they don't add extra until you say so. So, like, as far as business, like documenting and delegating, like putting stuff into place, that's where my bread and butter is, bro. Like I can go into any business because now I'm a CEO. I'm a CEO of your business. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna come there and say, yo,
I'm not about to be a barbershop manager, a tropical smoothie manager, whatever it is. I'm a CEO, so I can teach you how to do this, no matter what role you play.
The guest we had last week, Jen, she said something that made me think about what you just said. She said the guy called her and said, "Oh, you sound just like me. You're a tech." And her response was like, "I'm not gonna take this job because if we're on the same level, you've been doing this for 14 years, I've been doing this for 4. You need to be working for me." You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't come in here and work for you. I need the CEO. The same shit you just said. You see what I'm saying? Like,
definitely.
that mentality is crazy, bro.
Yeah, so even with, ish business, and I could come in, I could change anybody's business. Like, the thing we kind of hang our hat on was we wanted to work hard, but then we realized, like, yo, you got to put people in position. If you work in your business, then you ain't a boss, right? I get on the phone with plenty of people and like, yo, I want my business to grow. I'm like, what are you doing in your business? Bro, I'll pull out my phone right now and show you that I made money today. I drove here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking to nobody, but my business made money. So that's how you become a CEO, right? You got to really delegate like, bro, I get on the phone and I can sweet talk anybody, bro, but it's times where I can't get on the phone.
It's only 24 hours in a day, bro.
Yeah, I can only talk to so many people, so I had to teach my people to talk like me. I got to teach my people to act like me. Like, I got a guy that's in my Facebook group right now. I'm training him how to talk like me, right? So within my company, I only hire people that work for collection agencies or work for the credit bureaus, right? If you ain't got those 2 qualifications, you can't work for me because I need to know what the enemy thinks at all times. So the answers he was giving was anything you can Google. I don't give answers that you can Google, right? Because you're going to have to hear it from me. So he's like, yeah, boss, I got that, blah, blah. So that's all my whole thing is. I'm coming in your business as a CEO mindset, and I changed my Instagram handle. You can follow me, Mr. Drake Visions, because my job is to see the vision of your company. Your job is to do the work until I'm gonna come in your business and I'm gonna show you how to run it, and then I'm gonna let you run it after I get out. Because no matter if it's a need-based business or a business that got a brick and mortar or a business that you're doing on the internet, this barbershop right here, bro, if Los is still in here in the next couple of years, then he's not growing. So he has to get out of here and do other things.
I hope he listens.
We was already talking, bro.
There's a job title for what you're describing right now. It's called an intellectual architect. That's an actual position.
Ooh, that's dope.
Bro, I've been trying to ask you what I do for 6 months now.
You do this.
I've been saying master strategy. Look, me putting this together with you, I'm a fucking intellectual, whatever the fuck you just said.
I wanted to ask you though. All right, so you was saying about, like, you know what I mean, everything, the importance of what you do and being a boss and why you feel this way. So one of the things you hear a lot of times is you got to be a worker before you can be a boss. You got to learn how to sweep before you could call the shots.
Yeah, I think so.
How do you feel like that plays out in your strategy?
I'm gonna reference one of y'all episodes when y'all was talking about the how can you pass down the generation of people who fly fighter jets, right? That's what I'm talking about?
I was talking about the Navy fighter pilots.
You can curve that gap, right? You don't have to get down there and learn all the parts of the engine before you can fly, right? So, well, that's what I believe. So everything can be taught, right?
Yeah.
So you can, and this is why I do what I do. So just like my nieces and nephews, they look at me and they're like, yo, I want that car right there. And I'm gonna show them how to get that car before I show them how to be an employee, right? So I'm like, yeah, you have to know how the business work, but that's what workers for. That's what workers are for.
Yeah.
Right? I need somebody that's gonna come vacuum my floors or, pressure wash my outside of my business so it can look good. That don't mean that I gotta learn how to do it first.
Right.
So I think that's a common misconception, because once you are a manager, right, and you go find another job, you don't go down on the totem pole. Like, if you're a manager at Wendy's, you're gonna go to another spot and you're gonna probably be a manager or try to level up. So even if you don't know the brand or the business, I think you can just go in
and so on that talking point, bro, I wanted to talk about how, like, bro, life is not gonna let you slack. Like, even if you're working at Wendy's and you make it up to manager, like, your next job, or like the job market won't even let you go back to entry position.
You overqualified.
Like, think about it. Exactly. When you get a certain degree and you go to certain jobs, like, yo, you overqualified. You can't come work here. You know too much. Now, that may sound a little crazy to begin with, but it's like the work that you put in, now you have to go stand on a certain stage because there are people waiting on you to dish out this knowledge that you so forepaid, you know? So you have to go out there and present yourself to the people as such.
Yeah, but see, being overqualified though, that's kind of like a gift and a curse, depending on where you're trying to apply at.
Yes.
Because being overqualified really
like
means
that.
you too good for this position.
Exactly.
So shoot higher.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We need
So
you
it's
in more you know, responsible positions. Like
Exactly.
we need more out of you.
so if you go to a job position, they say you overqualified. Nah, you shooting too low.
Exactly.
So let me interject real quick, right? I'm gonna tell you about one of my employees, right?
Right.
She worked with another credit repair company, and she was hand in hand
Who
with
you
the
talking
owner, the one I had to fire. I
No
don't
names,
even
no
think.
names,
I don't
no
even
I
think.
might have seen her name.
I don't
pop
even
up.
think you know her,
I don't know her, but I think I seen her name.
right?
Pop
So
up.
she was doing her job, but she was slacking on it, right? And I was like, yo, I had to fire her because I hired her at a position that she wasn't used to being in anymore, right? So let's say you make rank, right? Let's just at the military, you make rank at a certain point, bro. You're not doing no more work,
Straight up.
and then when they ask you, you probably can't even recollect. Like, yo, how does this
I just,
work?
you know, I show up, I delegate, I
Yeah,
shake
yeah.
hands and kiss babies.
Most
like,
definitely.
You know?
And then when you change commands, bro, you like,
I show up and do my milli rock.
they're like, hey, yo, you shouldn't be out here working with these junior sellers.
They really tell you that.
They really tell
Yeah.
you that because, you know, man. So I try to run my junk just like the
You know what's
military.
crazy? I realized like this past, not last week. I said I wanted to talk about this. We didn't get to last week because we had a different guest on that. I didn't want to switch the energy. But over the last 2 weeks, I hired 2 more employees. You remember the graphics people and some other guy. And bro, giving my assistant the work to do. Like, she's like, so what should I tell these people? I'm like, I don't know, figure it out. Like, that's all you now. Like,
Yeah.
you just got to raise, those are your people. Like, those are your employees now, not mine, you know? So, bro, delegating and making these people, having people that you are responsible for is going to put that fire in your ass, bro, you know? And I think that's like how he's touched off the, you know, started off the podcast.
Yeah, straight up. So who's the, you've been a boss, you've been a worker, been a CEO, been a manager, all of that. What position was the toughest? What position gave you the toughest to learn how to master?
Man, being a CEO, pretty much. Like, trying to, like, you want to get down in the dirt and work with people, bro, but you can't all the time because it makes firing them even harder. It creates a relationship that, I mean, I never been a CEO before, so I had to basically pay somebody to teach me how to be a CEO. Like, when I'm on it, so let's picture this, right? Because I had to teach you this. So I'm like, yo, why you calling me? You remember we been having the conversation? I was like, yo, have your assistant to call me to say. He was like, bro,
Yeah,
I got your
I
phone
would
number
call
right
this
here.
man with every question, and I have his number. He on speed dial. Like,
Yeah.
this man probably gonna be my pallbearer, so I call him like with every question I have, and I'm just like, yo, why you don't want to answer my questions, bro? Like I'm baffled. I'm not gonna ask somebody you hired to teach me some shit that you know. He's like, but that's exactly why. Why I'm gonna waste my time teaching you when I could be doing something else, and she can teach you because that's what I'm paying her for, you know?
Yeah, and then the same thing. He got his people that he just hired, right? So if I need to learn something or my team need to learn something, I'm gonna go to his people. So it's like,
Nepotism.
yeah.
Straight up.
So basically, like,
full circle.
And if he has a question and my assistant can't answer it, then she needs to be trained to answer that question. So we can talk now because she's like, hey, Mr. Ishmael requests a call with you. All right, bet. We get on a Zoom call. My assistant gonna be there. Like, when I talk to my mentor and my business partner, his assistant is on every call. Right? She recapping. Bro, the first time my assistant recapped for me, bro, she just sent me a text message of everything we talked about on that call. I was like, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? So,
Nah, but I like that too. And when your mentor taught you that, you taught it to me. I started applying the same thing. Like, my assistant is on every call. Like, damn near to the point where my family's like, damn, yo, you talk to Leslie like, yo, why you talk to Leslie like that? Like, that's your girl or something. Like, I'm like, yo, Leslie do everything I need her to do. Like, don't talk about her. You know? That's my ace, you know?
bro, my wife be like, you on the phone with Kim? Yeah. But and this is like how I figured
Shout out
out.
Kim,
yeah,
yo.
this is like the business and family thing, bro. When I tell my brothers and sisters or any immediate family to reach out to my assistant to get in contact with me, they don't even want to talk to me no more.
That's like
That's on them.
Yeah, so
on
I
them.
mean, so
But
how,
that's the barrier, bro. Like that's how you get out of. That's how you know move out of some sticky situations. Because it's like, yo, cuz I've been down. I'm trying to do this and this and that. And it's like, if you really were down, you'd have been here before the assistant that I'm trying to put you in place to talk to. Because that's your job that she's working
Should be
now.
doing straight
or you
up.
wouldn't have
know?
a problem to go through my assistant to talk to me.
Right. But you see what that's gonna do? That's gonna make everybody really think like, am I gonna go through all of these extra steps just to talk to him? Most of those conversations don't even need to be had.
And I
It's
love
either,
that.
It's either you're gonna look stupid with me in the beginning, or you're gonna have to look stupid going through all these measures as a family member to have to get to me.
Yeah, so
take your poison.
Or you're gonna do all of that shit and make this shit count. So, so if you
Yes.
started to call for some, hey, what you doing? How's the kids? Let me get my money's worth now. I had to call this lady and set up this
That's
time
crazy.
and put this to the
and
side.
I don't
and
mean
all
to
of that.
cut
So
y'all
what's
off,
up?
but I almost booked a call with one of my mentors, like one of my really high up mentors that my my boss put me onto, and I'm calling him every day because I have a deal coming. I got something in the works that I'm about to do, and he's supposed to help me with it, right? And I'm calling him every day, He's a busy man. He missed my calls all the time, right? I missed one call, bro. I'm like, yo, I fucked up. Like, this is a $250,000 deal. Like, bro, and he has a schedule and a calendar, and I went on his website, and it's like $100 an hour to get on his calendar. I'm like, yo, I'm about to book this right now to talk to this man because I missed my opportunity. Now you have to pay to get back in the game. And I'm like, this is not a loss. Like, this is not a loss whatsoever. Like, you missed that call,
Straight up.
that's $100 you got to pay. But I don't have to pay it.
I remember the first call I made like that. My man's Nate Tyler. Shout out to Nate, bro. Shout out to Nate, my mentor for photography. He had this Instagram page, and he would do his little Q&As every couple of days and everything. And I would throw my questions. He might answer it, he might not. And I'm still new to this whole photography game in general. So I don't know nothing. I'm not thinking about egos. I'm thinking that everything is just everything. You know what I mean? So I'm hitting him up, and then the dude stopped answering all of my questions, or he wouldn't answer in the detail that I wanted him to. So he was like, yo, bro, like, what's good with you? I'm like, nah, like, what's wrong with you? Why you not answering what I'm asking you? What you mean what's good with me? What's good with you?
Scene.
Left me on scene. I was like, oh, nah.
Hey, yo.
So what I did, I hit him up again. I'm like, all right, now I'm doing too much. So I was like, you know what? How can we go about this in a more professional way? He was like, yo, book me. I'm like, hell no.
Hey,
What am I doing? For what? But then I'm like, yo, I'm trying to be taken more seriously as a photographer. So if anything is worth having, it's worth putting money down for. You know what I'm saying?
But
so
book me as a consultant.
That's exactly
and
what I
not
did.
a client.
Right.
Okay, so you don't feel like a bird.
Right. So because instead I was gonna ask him some questions like, yo, how did you meet her? How'd you, get over here? What's the weather
Yeah.
like?
Never
All
ask
of those
about a
questions
top
is
client,
stupid
bro.
when you
Like, I'm
start
not worried
paying
about
money
that
for some
shit.
shit. Now them questions gotta make sense. How do I advertise my space? How do I monetize
So
my time?
what you're saying is your question changed as soon as the dollar came out your pocket.
It has
and you was
to
sitting
now.
down with that man.
So
you was bullshitting basically, and that's why he stopped writing you.
Exactly. So once the numbers started coming in, now the conversation is a little bit more heavy because it's not a regular question. This is a $150 an hour question. So we got to get this shit. We got to get these wheels turning. You know what I'm saying? But again, shout out to Nate because I learned a lot, man. But yeah, that was it.
What's that?
That was it. Another thing I wanted to ask you was, all right, so you got the credit.
Yeah,
You got, what was the other thing you said?
I'm a mentor.
The mentor.
Real estate investor,
Real
business
estate.
Real
credit
estate
coach.
investment, business, bro.
But I want to tell the story about how we
It was
met.
one you named. One second. It was one you named. That was,
REI.
is that what it is?
Real estate
estate
investment.
investor.
Talk about that a little bit.
Oh man,
That's culminated into the story about how we met and then how we initially got invested into real estate together, right? And so I'm gonna tell the first half, and then I'm gonna let you lie and fix all the fuck ups. I'm about to tell. So 2013, A school,
God damn.
yeah,
right? This is like, when we tied in and we locked down over there because of the snowstorms and shit. Government shut
That's
down.
where y'all met.
Obama era, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I'm leaving New York. I'm in the military now. I'm like, kind of a square, like trying to find myself, right? And I'm like, yo, I'm thinking I have this frame of mind where it's like, yo, maybe if we stop acting a certain way, they will stop treating us a certain way, right? And so that's my frame of mind, right?
Oh,
That's
wow.
how I'm following.
He was one of those?
And bro,
Bro.
here comes this
He was
Here
Candace
comes-
Owens, bro.
Here comes, don't do her.
Listen, I fuck with Candace Owens. Here comes fucking Jerome from Martin. Like I said, yo, fucking high
That's
yellow
me, bro.
clothing on and everything, bro. But he's a class leader, right? So he's the alpha, put in charge by the people,
right,
and
Drake.
I'm the omega. Like he's like, yo, get in line. Like, nigga, what? He's like, yo, get in line. We gotta go to class. I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna get in line when I'm done with this here pool game. Like, and so all these white people are like, nigga, gazelles, nigga, deers in headlight. Like, we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
These two abrasive Negroes is about to get into it.
Lightning crackling in the distance and all types of wild
Right.
shit.
So I don't even remember how shit fell out after that, but I'm gonna let you pick it up from here.
So I mean, I'm gonna just say it like this, right? you wanted to change. I feel like I was older than you. I feel like I know more than you, right? But I was like, the same way you see me as Jerome, I seen you as Coonan.
You
right?
see me as what's his name from fucking the Boondocks.
Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus. Yeah, because he was really on that shit, bro. And I was like, bro, I can be who I want to be and still be my like
Bust ass.
and, yeah, and do this.
But my
of course.
first like level of respect for him came behind his welding, like seeing how good of a welder he was. I'm like,
His work
yo,
spoke for
I
him.
didn't know you could.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
So I did have. So the way I talk to the teachers is like, you know, if y'all two have a conversation about cameras, bro, I probably won't know what y'all talking about. So
Right.
when me and the teachers talk, they understand my level, right? So I wasn't the smartest person in the class, and I didn't pick to be the leader first. They chose me, right? So I'm like, all right, bet I can show people how to weld. And they gave me special privileges
Right,
that
right.
they wouldn't give to other people because I knew I took safety classes and stuff. I actually got my certificate in welding, right?
So you earned this spot as this alpha that he's pointing out.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
you.
But I mean, I didn't know how to lead. But you know, I seen another black man, bro, and then he just seemed like, bro, you seen the Lost, bro, and I was like, man,
What we talking about?
when
in the
what y'all used to do, like, man, I can't even
Who we
explain
talking
it.
about?
Well, you and Schmerker and the rest of them used to just y'all used to
Weirdo
like,
shit.
I didn't want
Yeah.
to say it. Y'all used to do weird stuff, bro, and I was like, yo, ew, bro.
Just college dorm niggas, you know, just he older. He's like 27
Yeah, bro,
at the time. I'm like
shit, bro.
20, 25,
I'm
26.
22. I'm 22,
I'm
but
like,
everybody's 18.
I'm 18.
Everybody's 18, bro, and
annoying.
I'm like-
they have real life responsibilities now.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, hey, just get in line, bro. Let's go ahead and get the day over with.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm genuinely a nice guy, and then I'm like,
Nah.
okay, I gotta show him that I'm in charge. So then we do that, and we posture up. I know we're not gonna do nothing because I don't want to lose my job. He don't want to lose his job, and you know, be another
But let me tell you
stereotype.
where
principles, the
the
principles.
catalyst came, bro. So we both get orders here to Virginia. I see his name on the list. He see mine. I'm like, oh shit, right? So we get here. You know how hard it is to get a license in New York. You know, like surprisingly, for y'all to be one of the worst drivers in all of America, the license is so hard to get. But that's besides the point, right? So of all people to want to help me get my license, it was him. You know, like he took me on my birthday, spent the whole day there with me. You know, what was this like 5 years
Didn't we
ago to
almost
the
get in a
day,
fight?
bro?
Didn't I
No,
almost
this
get
was
in
in A school, not
Oh,
like
okay.
I'm saying after the fact, bro. Like for absolutely no reason, this guy's like, yeah, like they asked to volunteer at work, like, yo, who's gonna take this guy to get his license this weekend? It's his birthday, and he's like, I'll do it. I'm like, oh, like damn, that's gonna be weird. Like, why this nigga volunteer and I'm gonna be stuck with this nigga on a Saturday, like on my birthday at that, you know? But it turned out to be this, you know, like it turned out to be
Yeah,
the
bro.
credit team, you know.
It was all love.
Chess
So
moves.
we just gonna.
So y'all linked up and got cool on your birthday a couple of years ago.
Like 5-6 years ago, I'm without a license, and they're like, "Yo, we need somebody to take this, you know, HTFN to go get, you know, certified." He has his permit, but he don't have a car to take his license in. So like, we need somebody who's eligible here at the command to take him to go to his license. And he, you know, he was like, "Yo, I'll do it." And I'm like, "Damn!" Like,
Just a
of
stand-up
all
guy.
people, you
I
know,
know, right?
It's a stand-up guy.
Like to
Nice
me,
guy.
like bro, it baffled me because he had this mentality with everybody. I'm like, "Yo, bro, why do you help people like this?" Like he used to give me type. I'm like,
Honestly-
"Yo, bro, what are you doing?" Like.
Honestly, he had no other choice to make other than to take you, but because y'all had problems and because y'all had that issue and that standoff, honestly, that's some shit that I think about just being an older brother. Like for real, like we gonna fight and it's gonna get there sometimes, but I'm always gonna help you, son. Because it's you know what I'm saying? But it's like I was just thinking about that was 5 years ago and 5 years again on your B-Day. Look at the people around you, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So Yeah, that was it, man. Shit, we kind of running out of time, low key. So that's why I'm trying to get all your business ventures out there.
All right, so let me
Definitely.
talk about how many times we failed, right? I do want to talk about that specifically. I wanted to talk about that today because, like I said, bro, faith over fear. Bro, we done did so many businesses, right? So we tried to real estate investing. We went to the classes, we took the courses, we tried to find the information. Bro, we was gonna move into a quadplex, all 1 bedroom. We was gonna move a whole family in there because we understood, like,
Right.
yo,
The power of working together, nepotism, you know?
yeah. So
Absolutely.
so our
Struggling now for tomorrow.
if we
Straight
would
up.
if we would have put somebody in that 4th unit, we all would have been spending $200 a month in mortgage, right? But
But here's
we're-
my thing, bro. He's from the South, so he don't really understand it. I don't mean to cut you off,
Go ahead.
but like right now, a $700 mortgage, when we tell our friends and family, what facial expression do they give us?
A crazy one.
Right, for what we get in square footage for $700.
Crazy
So
one.
imagine a quadplex with 3 families and one's being rented out by somebody else. You know, that had just been the stepping stone for our investor career or our children. You know, we have 2 sons that are the same age, Mike, and Aiden, and you know they watching our every move, bro. And so like we definitely set the path, and I like the way Mike, like, bro, Mike don't ever give me no like, oh, you doing good, like. Which I don't need it from him because I get it from everybody else, you know. But he's the one to call me like, yo, you fucking up, like, yo, what you did today? What time is it? Like, what time you woke up? All right,
Right.
because I woke up at this time. Like, and it doesn't feel negative coming from him. It's like, bro, I really feel like he genuinely has like good intentions for me to be like, yo, listen, I'm running this fast. You might want to keep up. You know, everybody else is like a sort of like jealousy or hate behind it, where it's like, oh, you know, I'm kind of flossing on you, but bro, I've never taken anything negative from like advice this man's tried to give me, or you know, any type of lesson he's tried to taught. You know, I tell you this all the time. Like, there's certain people, like, even in a genuine delivered message, I could find some sort of like salt. You know, like, damn, yo, why you said it like that? Like, I get it, you know, but
yeah, cause bro, it's like you my brother. I want to do business with you, but I know like, bro, I looked up to you because you were younger than I was when I started thinking the way I think, and I'm like, yo, you intelligent and you know how to articulate what you're saying, bro. It took me a long time to learn how to speak. Like I had to get surgery on my tongue because my tongue was short and I was tongue tied, so I used to stutter. So I'm like, dang, bro.
You did. You did.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, snap. So, bro, you sound, okay. So then I was like, yeah, bro, like, everything you're doing is good. You know what I'm saying? You putting your people in the right place, but now you got to work a little bit harder. You got to work a little bit smarter, and that's pretty much with everybody. So training him was, you know what I'm saying, it was helping me become somebody who aspired to be better, but the field that he was in, he was going to be a millionaire before I did. So it pushed me away from credit repair a lot to like, oh, I got a mentor. I got to learn how to do this. So now I know how to, you know, we do Toro. I'm doing business credit. I'm doing all these things. I'm doing real estate investing. My cousin wanted to do a trailer park. And I'm like, okay, well, you do that and you figure out, because I'm a documented delegate type of guy. And I'm like, yo, tell me all the steps. I don't even know how to do it. Yeah, I got to finish my project. And then I'm going to come over here and invest with this. So you can do one deal and become a millionaire. I got to do multiple things, right?
you're gonna have to do 100 clients in credit repair.
And I'm like, yo.
And so this man like literally putting up 20 G's and I really fucked up, bro, because I was supposed to write Mike's first check today for his residual, you know, from his first investment, because he wrote, not only did he's like, yo, I'm not trying to learn what you got going on right now because I have a lot of clients and responsibility, but here's 20,000, go do your first deal and come back to me.
Most definitely. And
Like, bro, I'm lost for words and I'm forever indebted.
Bro, I was at your house, and you remember I was staying with you? My stimulus check came to your house. And then we were talking about it, and I was like, bro, I'm going to put money up for your first deal because you're going to learn it, but I need a documented delegate so I can teach other people, because that's what I do. I touch people. You know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing, bro, to you know, listen to and watch what you're doing, because I see how you're moving. You're doing all the right things. It's just, bro, everybody needs a mentor or a protege to keep them on, like.
And what does a mentor do for you?
My mentor, bro, I pay $7,000 a month for. So
But what is he teaching you?
Oh man, he teach me okay. So
Nah, bro. I feel like you're going the wrong place with this. He ain't teaching you nothing, bro.
What do you mean?
Your mentor is reassuring you, bro.
Oh yeah, he reassuring me, but also he's curving the gap, right? So if I was stuck in credit repair, bro, I wouldn't be making no money, right? So now I gotta a little bit of my plan, what I got going on, right? Everybody needs a protege. I'm gonna hire maybe a couple teens or 18 to 25-year-olds. They're gonna be paying me to learn how to run my credit repair company, right? So everybody needs somebody under them so they can level up. So they're gonna be paying me to learn my business, and then I'm gonna eventually give my business to them, right? Or a version of it. So only thing I gotta do is take my mold, and then I can put it into 5 individuals, and then they can just take off running. But at the same time, I'm becoming the CEO that I claim to be, right? Because I'm talking it into existence, right? So, shit, I done lost my point.
Nah, you cooking, man. Go ahead.
But yeah, man, it's the vision, bro. Like I said, you're gonna be better than me. So I'm gonna make sure you better than me, right? So when I get on the phone with you, I'm like, bro, what you doing? You like, bro, I'm lost, bro. I'm about to go eat Chipotle. I'm like, nah, bro, you better get some ramen, warm it up, bro, and do what you gotta do. And then
but I feel like me and Mike's relationship, if you can relate it to anything, it's an Indian run, right? So it's just the two of us. So at one point, one of us has the juice, and we literally pushing a slower, fat dude in front of us. Yo, keep running, and then at a certain point, it was me and it was Mike behind me, and I'm pushing Mike like, yo, keep going.
Yeah, bro. Yo, to be honest, bro, when I moved to San Diego, bro, I lost $70,000. Right? How can you get $70,000 in debt, bro? I had 2 houses with tenants in it, and they were literally not getting paid, right? Because I didn't have the money to. I was living off my credit cards and stuff, bro. And then he came all the way out to San Diego to help me out. He didn't put no money in my pocket, but he was like, yo, bro, look, this is what you got going on. Pick yourself up, because I had nobody else to help me out. So I'm like, yo, even those words, bro, I can't even repay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm gonna try to give him them words.
A peace of mind.
Yep. And that's it, bro. Everybody got the blueprint, bro. You just need somebody that believe in you.
You're a team.
And we basically believe in each other, and that's pretty much it.
All right, tell the people what you got coming up, man.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What I got coming up, we got a do-it-yourself credit course. So you'll get the blueprint of every letter that we send and how to do it. We're definitely going to give you all the information, no fluff, none of that bull, right? We're going to tell you why you're doing everything you're doing, and then if you don't want to do it, you just come back to us for a discounted price, and we'll do it for you.
This is a website, or this is a link?
Oh, this is going to be a full website.
Okay.
And then we're going to make videos and show you or tell you why, and show you how to read your own credit.
What is the videos going to be?
The videos are going to be, the breakdown of a credit score, why you need to freeze certain accounts, right? Because you don't know who reports to who, right? So secondary reporting agencies are the people who trap your information. Like if you go to Champs right now and you apply for that card, the credit bureau's buying that information from Champs, right? So if you try to dispute something off your credit report, they're gonna say, nah, you live here, right? Not only are the credit bureaus buying the information, the collection agencies buying the information as well. So they following you to wherever you go. So if you were to move or whatever, they'll have your information.
Walmart,
Food Line, everything, bro.
Where can they find these videos at?
Oh, the videos are not up yet. You got to you got to join the course.
You got to join the free game, but not all of it free.
Right.
Yeah, so basically that's how they trap their information. That's how they get you, right? So when a collection agency call you, and then that's why I hire somebody straight from a collection agency.
Right.
When they call you, the first thing they say is your name. Your name is the sweetest sound you ever heard, so you're gonna answer to it.
Right.
You just verified yourself. They don't even have your information on file, right? They just got a phone number and probably an address.
Yeah.
Yep. They call you, boom, you verified yourself
Hey,
on
is
the
this
phone.
Michael Drake?
Michael Drake?
Yeah, this Michael.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dang. I probably shouldn't even answer the phone.
No, nothing else you say after that phone. It's just all indemnifying information. This is all identifiable stuff. So the more you talk, the more of a hole you dig yourself in, and they'll pull it up. Like, well, on, October 17, 2020, he's
showing his credit repair side.
Blah, blah. Nah, because, he put me on game. I told him, like, yo, I don't want to learn this stuff. But he was like, you have to.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be an ace of all trades. You have to know what you're talking about. If you was a credit repair expert for 6 months, nobody can take that from you. You know, for those 6 months, that's all you did. Now, every day, you work your 9 to 5. you take care of your kids, you take care of your family, you try to get something from your girl, right? So you try to be good at about 8 or 9 different things, bro. I've seen this man literally dedicate his life to credit repair. You know,
bro,
and he's seen me like, yo, 3 o'clock in the morning every day, calling him like, yo, bro, get up. I got some shit for you with this business acquisition. You know, like, so like, I've seen it before in so many different places, bro. You got to dedicate yourself.
So,
you know?
yeah, so I'll say that to say this, bro. I was living with him one time, right? Bro, he literally seen me count $100,000 cash in his guest room. I was sleeping on the floor. I turned off my TV. We stopped going out to eat. We did a water diet. Bro, I was saving all my money.
Soup.
Bro, if you turn off all your electronics, bro, I don't know if y'all ever been locked up before, but that's a long ass time in those cells, bro. You can't even see the sun, so you don't even know.
I mean,
like,
the most thing I could relate it to is being on deployment, like turning that off, like you
got so much
cut
time in
off
the day.
from the world.
Shit, I did both.
Yeah, so you
everybody lose weight, become fit, you know.
Yeah, bro,
get right up here.
You know, grow their
start
hair
learning
out.
languages
We in
and
the
shit,
natural
hell
phase.
yeah.
You know, I just broke up with my man first day on deployment.
Turn into monks.
I'm taking my hair down.
So the do-it-yourself credit repair course, right? And then we're rolling out the pay for delete model, right? So you don't pay until we delete an item, right? Everybody gonna get with that. But what that's gonna do is gonna cut down on our customer service and stuff, right? So once you do that, there's no reason why you should be calling, asking what's the next move or whatever, unless you're about to pay first. We're rolling out the pay for delete, business credit. Right now, we got the industries that we're going to target, maybe like 30 of them, where we're going to become the experts in that industry.
Are we talking about what me and you got coming out soon? Are we dropping that today?
Oh, yeah, the tax, right? The credit team tax service. Yeah, we already doing that. We're talking to the IRS getting that rolled out too.
Bro, we got to drop links for that. So go to chessmoveshow.com, booking at chessmoveshow.com if you want information on the credit team tax service. Thecreditteam.org, of course, ismailwatara.com. You can get booking information on all these websites if you want information on how to get your credit repaired, consultation for businesses in general, and, how to get your taxes right if you just need, a lump sum of money to get the ball rolling initially.
Oh, yeah, and I got something special for everybody who's watching because, I wanted to wait till the end to give them a discount. All right, so my son's name is Mike. If you were to send an email to support@thecreditteam.org, say Mike, I'll waive your startup fee. That's $249 to start.
What's up? That's what's up, man.
That's going to be for everybody who's like really into the show.
That's
I know
Mike twice,
Twice.
MIKE,
Yeah.
at support@creditteam.org.
Support@creditteam.org. Yeah. Go ahead and send that, bro. We'll go ahead and get started on your credit profile. No money.
Yes, sir. And we definitely got our website right, chessmoveshow.com. You can get merch on there, t-shirts, hoodies, patreon.com/chessmoveshow. You can get access to our early episode access, late night shows that we're not putting up on YouTube due to content, stuff like that, explicit content.
Just the nitty gritty.
Yeah, we got our do dirties on for that portion. So if you come into Patreon, make sure you got your gloves on. But yeah, that's about it. We got some more people coming on next week.
Yeah. We got a guest coming on next week.
We might have to double up, bro.
Yo, maybe. But I got my homegirl coming in. She does YouTube. She's an influencer. And she does. I think her market is cosmetology and esthetician. So
so if y'all trying to get your hair did,
or you trying to get right, trying to get.
I got some distributors
trying to get done up
too.
and all of that. Lashes and everything. She's gonna tell you how to get into the business, what you need to look for, what you need to stop wasting your time on, how to really get your page seen, and anything else you want to know. We'll be taking questions. Obviously, we go live. So anything y'all want me to ask her, just let me know. But yeah, we got some good stuff coming out.
We need
next
some
week.
polls, bro.
Some
polls
polls
as to like who y'all want to see on, what type of questions we should be asking, because this is like a earn your leisure, just business podcast in general, entrepreneurship.
Straight up, man. This podcast is about
inspirational.
to hustle.
These are all the hashtags that I put on Spotify and Apple Music when I'm like trying to like get us in all the right categories. Yeah. Hashtag inspirational, hashtag podcast, hashtag black business, hashtag 30 under 30. Like I'm just all over the place with that shit.
All right, man. Let me sign out of here. All right, man. We wrapping up another episode.
What's up, Jesus? It's your boy.
This is Chess Moves. It's your boy. We got my man's.
What's going on?
Shout out to him. It's his birthday again. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
And thanks again to our guest for tonight.
Mike from the credit team.
Mike from
Mike
the credit team.
My
Follow me
brother,
on.
Drake's Vision. I
Follow
guess
me
that's
on
your new
Instagram.
moniker.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
shoot
yeah,
your shit,
Drake.
shoot your shit. Keep going. Rapid
Oh,
fire,
man.
rapid fire. All your
Rapid fire?
Instagrams, all of that.
Oh man, see,
Patreon,
I'm
OnlyFans,
old
Facebook.
though.
Go ahead.
Bro, you know I wanted to get on OnlyFans.
He's putting condoms on his head.
Nah, OnlyFans about credit though, cause I got gems, bro. I could tell you how to get 80,000 in credit. You know what I'm saying?
What's your OnlyFans link? What's your
Rapid fire
OnlyFans
sequence.
link?
You could do a
So
credit.
I'm not
Yo,
gonna
yo,
do it yet.
listen to me, listen.
I'm coming back for part 2. I gotta get everything straight
You gonna
first.
hit him like credit
Yep. I already got
on
everything.
OnlyFans?
Yes.
Nigga, you gonna swing it, pick
Bro,
a two
I'll
in
be
there.
back. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Look, he got his taco meat hanging on his gold.
chill.
As my guy Push would say.
Let me pull my chain out. Hey, look, I'm coming back, and I'm gonna definitely drop more gems. But the next time, I think this one was more, me and Ishbel
Informational,
just talking trash.
Getting the introductions out the way. Mike gonna be back like, Joey Diaz on the Joe Rogan podcast. He gonna be a regular. You know?
sure.
Because this is like a third co-host, an out-of-town co-host that y'all gonna get to be blessed with every now and then. That's gonna give y'all a credit game, give y'all more stories of some shit we fucked up in the past. Because he told y'all about a $70,000 loss. We got like 30,000, 70, 100. Like depending on like where in our trajectory you want to figure out where this shit happened.
And who we were relying on. Like we got people
when
that
we
we
should have
thought
been
were.
relying on ourselves. Like that's the lesson I learned in every loss, bro. It should have been you. Like you wasted your time with this man. He didn't teach you anything. But that's besides the point. We'll get to that.
Let's do it. I'll be back.
For sure.
I appreciate you, my brother.
All right, bro. Hey,
Credit team gear.
you're a great host, bro. Oh, you used to walk up. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's
Detroit Police Chief James Craig says the death of George Floyd was murder.
At a press conference this afternoon, the chief shared what he feels needs to be done with the Minneapolis officer who put his knee on Floyd's neck. Larry Spruill talked to Chief Craig, and Larry...